seconds remaining.
And we have returned, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the CDEC New Star Cup. It's Game 2 of DK versus Vici Gaming. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Winter. Winter, the draft is moving very quickly. We do see a single adjustment to the bans here. Vici Gaming with the first pick will ban the Enchantress, which was not banned until the second stage, I believe, last game. And they'll go for a first pick Batrider. DK, though, they know what they're giving away. They get the trade with the Mirana Shadow Demon. And then Vici going for even more team fight. So not too often, honestly, that we see the Batrider through, but as you mentioned, teams are really prioritizing banning Naga, especially in China. We saw Vici Gaming just first pick Naga 3 games in a row. It didn't work against LGD, but they really believe in the hero, and a DK just not wanting to have to deal with it.
They didn't actually get a trade-off. Like, that's why Vici banned Enchantress. They wanted to keep stuff open, and when DK removes like the Doom, means they're not gonna get any like good trade-offs anymore. Like I told you yesterday, Doom, Batrider, and Lycan are the 3 like strongest for me, like first tier heroes right now. Like if you want to give away something, you want to get something in return.
Well, see, Akunka picked up, banned out now by Vici Gaming. It's one of those go-to Mushi heroes, and just synergizes so nicely with the Shadow Demon pick.
And the Potem as well, like arrow into X mark. Oh my god.
I like this Disruptor ban. I think DK might have skimmed the Vici Gaming replays yesterday.
Skimmed the replays? What?
Yeah. I mean, did you see that FY Disruptor yesterday? You saw it.
Double storm.
You gotta ban it. I mean, I don't think we would see the Midas Ags Refresher, but you don't need that. You can get a Blink Dagger, even without one. Just a well-placed Glimpse can just ruin the game. It's nice against Mirana as well.
I feel like the Disruptor is like he has a lot of potential, but the problem is getting the farm. How are you going to get the farm as a support? That's the main question for that hero. So you get a Midas.
Yeah, that's where the Midas comes in. I think that game they needed it though, because that game that was their entire team fight and most of their initiation as well. Whereas this game they already have Bat and Brew, so a farm Disruptor wouldn't be as important, but it's just a very strong hero, and it matches up well against Mirana. If she goes off lane. Even if she doesn't, the glimpse is just so nice when she tries to leap out.
Yeah, I think so too. And Disruptor plus Batrider is also a scary combo. You just drag them into wherever you want to fight with the Static Storm. That means like most likely you have to just ditch whoever who gets dragged most of the time. So Vici Gaming already, on top of that, have the Brewmaster. The team fight is very, very scary already.
DK's turn to pick.
And the draft proceeds. Enigma gets banned out by Vici Gaming. Shadow Shaman removed by DK. Well, Vici Gaming, they do need their support heroes here, and it looks like DK need one as well. It could be a support Mirana, though. You never know with DK. And so Vici Gaming are somewhat guessing here. They'll ban 1 mid and 1 support.
I think so far it depends on what other heroes are open for them. Like I'm thinking maybe Exercise will be yet again on something like a Tide or Clockwork. Would be nice for their lineup against the Brewmaster, but have some team fight of their own. And then the rest of the damage has to be coming from Mushi and Burning's hero.
Yeah, they have some okay ganking damage here, but you go in later in the game and there's not too much sustained damage from a Mirana Shadow Demon.
Maybe OD, like you have the Prison and the Disruption to protect whoever who gets last ult, and OD can set up for the arrow as well.
And he can also crush Brewmaster mid. That's quite a nice matchup.
Yeah, I think that actually might be one of their options right now, but they still haven't revealed any of their like strategies and stuff. Like Shadow Demon Mirana can be basically doing anything they want until you reveal more of your heroes. So yeah, it's either I think they go for either they try and win the lanes hard, or they just go for a lot of team fight to contest against the Bat and the Brewmaster.
Yeah, it's very team fight initiation heavy opening from Vici.
I still think like Silencer might work this game.
You think what might work?
Silencer.
For Vici or for DK?
For DK against the Bat and the Brew. It actually might work against them. And I've seen them pick it a couple of times already.
Yeah, they've done it. They've done it twice. One time they crushed with it. The other time they got destroyed. But I don't think the silencer was. I'm trying to remember. The second time they ran it where it failed, it was not the silencer that was the problem. It was the last hero that they picked that made no sense.
I remember
Oh, it's the
doing
support bounty hunter, wasn't it?
yeah, during the summit. Yeah, it was the bounty hunter. I think it was,
I
was it
liked the
against-
silencer. I think the idea with the silencer was still good that game, but the bounty hunter just made no sense because they were
Was it-
running bounty hunter Mirana support.
against EG. I think they ran the
Yes.
bounty
10
hunter
seconds
for specifically
remaining.
shutting down Enigma, if
Mhm.
I'm not mistaken.
And then EG just dual laned with the
5
Enigma, and the
seconds
bounty hunter
remaining.
was useless. And then they had to support Mirana bounty hunter,
DK's turn.
and they
to
couldn't
pick.
win the lanes. And then you go into the
Okay.
mid game, and they're not very scary.
You're gonna be happy, LD.
We'll see
FY Rubik.
the FY Rubik. Man, whatever FY plays, he always makes plays. Don't have to worry about that.
True. Every hero he plays actually, like, I think they have done a really good job at giving him, like, they give him a very good
Radiant team pick.
selection of support heroes, where always the support hero he plays, like, you can actually make a huge impact in the game, make a big play, and just potentially win your team the game.
And we'll see DK go for a hero that, frankly, has been not so popular or effective lately. The one team that continues to pick Luna is Cloud9, and Cloud9,
Cloud9.
last time I checked, have yet to win a game with Luna on this patch. They are
I
0-4
remember-
or 0-3.
I remember
with the hero.
Bruno saying
Turn to
some
ban.
bad statistics about Luna for Cloud9. Like, why are you guys still picking it when you're always losing with Luna?
Well, we'll see if DK can break the curse, such as it is. And I guess the one thing here with Luna, she does match up well against the Brewmaster ultimate. She's a natural BKB carrier, which is pretty important against Brew and against Morphling as well, to deal with the
5
shotgun.
seconds
And they do have the 5 Luna option, where they can go for the Disruption,
Radiant
Manta
team
style, and try to siege the high ground here. But at the same time, Vici Gaming, they get the Morphling bat, and if you don't win the laning stage, you just go into that mid game, they can always assassinate you. Shadow Demon's going to be vulnerable. Mirana will be an easy pick-off for the Ethereal Blade,
DK's turn
Batrider
to
Lasso
pick.
combination.
Yeah, I think so. DK have like a fairly like good team fight as well of their own with the Luna and Tidehunter in the early phase. So I feel like if early game they get enough out of the early game against Vici, like win a couple of fights and they're on the dire side this time around, they'll be able to get the Aegis for the Luna, and then they'll be in a good spot to push high ground with the disruption on the
10
Luna.
seconds
And
remaining.
they'll go OD. So they get the Hammer of Justice and some late game insurance.
Hammer of Justice? What?
It's the Mushi OD. Drop the
Hammer
hammer.
of Justice.
Drop the hammer. Winter, why are you hating on all? Man, I can't win with you. You don't like any of my expressions today. Jeez, you're a tough audience.
And OD is not like a Captain America type of like justice guy. OD seems like the Punisher type of hero.
10
Okay,
seconds
that's a fair
remaining.
point, but I still thought it sounded good until you
5
criticized it
seconds
and
remaining.
flamed
Sorry.
me. We're supposed to be
I'm
teammates.
sorry.
You're supposed to make me look better, not
Reserve
flame me,
time.
Winter.
5 seconds
Okay, I'm supposed to
remaining.
chakra magic you.
Yes, not
Kick.
steal, not mono burn me. You're mono burning me here,
Oh
man.
shit.
You're
That actually was
stealing
really
my
good.
mojo. This is bad teamwork.
Oh, okay, so VG is gonna finish the lineup with Jakiro, another tanky support. And it's actually very good synergy with especially the Batrider, less so into the Ice Path of the Rubik.
Yeah, it's just a good pushing support as well here, and they needed something to take towers early because frankly they had very little push. So if they ever get kills
Yeah.
now with Liquid Fire, they can threaten towers.
Look at their heroes. Jakiro is Ice and Fire, then Batrider's Fire, Morphling's Water. They have the perfect harmony. They're gonna win.
Yes, it's
And then they
the
have
yin
like
and yang of Dota.
yeah, they have Panda. 3 elements.
Yes, water,
And
earth,
Rubik's-
fire.
Rubik is the odd one out.
10 seconds
But they don't have
remaining.
air, Winter. They're lacking air. I guess Rubik can represent the
5
air.
seconds remaining.
He's neutral.
Chikiro, ice, fire, and air all in one, perhaps. Have you ever watched The Last Airbender, by the way?
Radiant structures
I
are
don't
fortified.
like- Don't really like that movie, but yeah, I watched that movie.
No, not the movie. The cartoon, dude.
Shit, the cartoon, no.
You disappoint me greatly.
I watched Lord of the Rings.
That's not the same. Don't even speak to me.
It's my precious.
My precious. My precious.
I
Alright.
think I can do a better impression.
Alright, let's hear it.
Okay, I'm just joking. I'm here to support you. You did a good job.
No, do your better impression. Come on, let's hear it.
No, I'm not in the mood.
What?
Okay, my precious,
You gotta put more volume into it, Winter.
my precious.
I'm disappointed.
I told you I can't do it.
I think it might be your microphone.
30
We'll say it's
seconds
just your
to battle.
microphone here.
Okay.
Alright, let's introduce the teams. DK on the Dire side, they're going to go aggressive. They will block off the camp. Vici Gaming haven't seen it yet. MMY on the Mirana. Shadow Demon being handled by Lanham. We've got Burning on the Luna. They may go aggressive trialing here. Mushi on the OD, and that does leave Ice Slice as the Tide going safe lane. Meanwhile, for Vici Gaming, RTK your offlane Bat, Super your solo mid Brew, and then that puts FY onto the Rubik, Fenrir onto the Twin-Headed Dragon, and Sylar onto the
battle
Morphlane. And it looks
begins.
like we will have tri-lane on tri-lane.
Oh, they're gonna go on lamp.
Disrupts the Rubik, but he already used the lift, which is not really the ideal target. Still, it will be enough.
Yeah, at least they didn't give up like the kill. That would be really crucial. That would affect like a lot of their roaming potential with that first blood. And MMY is gonna find a haste soon. Well, he's gonna do a lot of damage to FY.
He can actually get a first blood if he hits this arrow. He might get one without it. He's thinking about an arrow. He's going to let it fly. FY jukes it, but that's going to be it. Actually, there's a
FY.
lift. They might kill him the other direction. He's dropping low.
Oh,
One more
oh
auto
my
attack.
God.
He goes down. He gives up the first blood. Oh, boy. That was not the right way for the game to begin.
That dual breath did so much damage, like level 1. How much damage does it deal? 16 for what? It's almost 100 damage, right? Yeah. No, it's actually not that much. 80 damage.
It's more just that he tanked a lot of auto attacks as well.
Yeah, auto attacks.
If he hits that arrow, though, that's a guaranteed first blood for DK.
Yeah, but it's difficult, you know, from that angle for the Rubik to it's easy for the Rubik to dodge, difficult for the Mirana to hit the arrow at that angle.
Well, DK going aggressive trialing on the Dire side and giving up a first blood, Winter. This is a recipe for having a rough game.
Yeah, why did they actually try to do that, guys? I think they want to win, like I said, they need to win the lanes, otherwise mid game they would have a lot of a hard time against the Bat and a Panda combination. So they're gonna opt to do like, but this trialing to me seems like could go anyone's, could be victorious for anyone. Like whoever gets the better like positioning, gets the better initiation, could actually win the fight 3 versus 3. And top lane Tidehunter I feel is gonna have not that of an easy time against Bat Rider. Bat Rider would definitely have the better time in the matchup.
By the way, the other thing I guess to look at here is they just don't have any gank for Morphlane in the mid game. They have maybe Blink Ravage if they're really quick, but you can still just start Morphling strength at that point. Until they get an OD Hex, they have no lockdown for the Morphlane in the mid game.
They have Legolas.
Yeah.
More than enough.
It's not much. It's not like lockdown though. You could stun him, but you can't really kill him with that.
You
Without a lot
said
of follow.
Hammer of Justice.
Yes, I did say that.
Legolas plus Hammer of Justice. Bottom man down.
That's true. Well, guys, if you're just joining us, this is game number 2, and oh no, it looks like our overlays have gone amok here. We'll try and fix that quickly. I'm trying to remove this QR barcode because apparently it actually blocks the item, the item pickups when your items are in your stash. So, yeah, these are tournament provided overlays, guys, but I will get that fixed for you ASAP. Maybe not this second. In the meantime, game will resume, and DK looking just to keep the Mirana or the Luna alive here. So the Mirana will return to the lane. MMY making his way down. And we settle into the lane, so it'll be the Tide safe lane against the off-lane Bat. Mid lane, we're looking at the OD Panda, heavily OD favored, but still both heroes will get their farm. And in the bottom lane, it's an aggressive trialing that I think would have been 50-50, but now at the first blood, they can still turn it around, but it's no longer so easy for DK.
Yeah. And there's still a chance they actually might still be able to win the lane. Depends on positioning and a lot of stuff. But I'm feeling like maybe Brewmaster against the OD matchup, you get the Drunken Haze early. I don't know. Haven't played much of that matchup. Can't really say which is the better skill build.
It's a low mana cost spell that you can actually use, whereas he's leveled up Clap and he's already... his full mana pool is just enough for a single Clap. And soon he won't even have that.
Yeah, it's 45% miss chance at level 1. It's pretty decent. But
There's a
they're gonna
lift
go in
bottom
on
lane.
Totem.
But MMY gets disrupted still, though. This will just force a retreat out, and that means no initiation from DK. So, just the threat of a pressure, but nobody really committing to this yet.
Yeah, you're looking at the other lanes. Bat against Tide seems to be going fairly even for from the last hits as well. Tide is like almost even with the Bat.
And he's gonna have infinite Anchor Smash is the main thing here.
Yeah. Well, he actually went for 2 Kraken Shell as well against Bat Rider.
Why do you... is that unusual to you?
I was thinking like he might actually go for more anchor smash because he's spamming. He'll be spamming a lot.
Lanham gets caught out here at bottom lane, and they can wait for him onto him if they want to do so, but Sylar actually the first one to take big damage. He waves forward, Lanham will fall. But is there follow-up? Is there a turnaround? MMY? He threw out the arrow already. It wasn't enough. Now they look for Burning here. They're going to commit to the tower dive, but he sticks up. He Lucent beams him under the tower. Great play from Burning. Killing off the Jakiro. And DK, they find the trade. Albeit, it's not the easiest trade, but at least they're getting kills in return.
Yeah, I think he got baited into doing that. He thought he could have gotten the last hit, then the stick charge at the last second.
Yeah, that's one of those things that if you haven't been playing a lot of tri-lane versus tri-lane, I feel it's easier to forget about. And frankly, we just haven't seen many tri-lanes lately.
Yeah, sometimes you just make mistakes, like you forget stuff like that. Yeah. But it's not too big of a deal, at least the morphing didn't die. That's the most important stuff.
Meanwhile, we've got Pikachu calling missing
What?
middle. And there's nobody missing middle, so I'm not sure. What?
Oh my god, what?
What is this guy talking about? There's no... Maybe it means the evasion middle or something? I don't know. Okay, Pikachu. That's enough out of you for one game. We're just gonna mute him.
You can actually mute him? What?
I don't know which
Oh.
one he is the only problem. But yeah, you can mute
How?
him. If there's a
Console?
pause, I'll go mute him. No, you just go into the lobby and you ignore the player.
Okay,
Bottom lane, they
disruption.
disrupt. Arrow will fly, but Fenrir tanks it. Very nicely done. The Jakiro, the one taking bullets for the team, but Sylar actually the first to be forced back in. Now they're using this Luna Aura to really take the fight to Vici, driving them off the lane.
They take a lot of damage from the Jakiro, slow, and liquid fire.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I just don't even know what he's talking
Arrow.
about, man.
Arrow. Oh no, F5's gonna get caught by the arrow. Oh,
Now they get the
dear.
vision here. We'll drop the Soul Catcher just for a second, and in the meantime, DK, they will drop a disruption, but they get thrown into an ice pad that connects on two. Lanham will fall. MMY, Momo, yeah, dropping low. Not dead just yet, and Burning, also off on an island. In fact, they've got another nuke from Fenrir, but Burning's a bit too fast.
He's too fast,
Radiant's
yeah. That hero's too
bottom
fast.
tower is under attack.
Mid lane is still going very well for Mushi, though. He's 26 and 19 to Super's 13 and 0. This is a very big concern for Vici. Even though they're leading 3-1, they're giving away absolute free farm to Mushi.
Yeah, it's expected. Panda's gonna lose to the OD no matter
Radiant's
what.
top tower is under attack.
DK are the... I feel like they're the team that's most likely to bust out the OD out of anyone right now.
EG?
No, yeah, AG will... I guess they could run it, but I just haven't seen them go to it very often lately.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is under
IG ran it yesterday as well, Ferrari. He went for stuff in Midas, not Midas for stuff.
It's just such a nice pocket pick. If you know they're going to try and run something like a Panda mid, you can really punish it.
They're gonna rotate Burning towards top already, and here comes the smoke. They're gonna try and gank middle maybe.
But they see Burning. They've got an Observer Ward here, and he's actually been spotted out, and now they can go in. They'll lose the Bat Rider, but the backup's coming from Super. Looks like he won't bother engaging. These smoked up supports are looking for Super.
Much needed kill for them.
They can't
They
really
really
kill
need-
him.
Burning's gonna farm the safe lane now. I think SSIs will go jungle or bottom, or they just try to find some usage with the Ravage now since you have it online. It's gonna go bottom.
DK, nice job by them. They go for the smoke. It doesn't actually succeed, but they'll stack two camps in the meantime. So they're at least making good use of their failed smoke, not making it completely wasted. And this is something Ice can farm later on. The Luna maybe could go for it as well. And well, Super now mid lane. He's got to be careful. DK are tri-laning him. They really want this kill.
Is he gonna get a Midas? That's the question.
Mushi?
If he wants a Midas, he'll get it soon.
I've seen him do it both ways. I've seen him go 4-staff first, and then back into Midas. I've seen him go Midas first, and I've seen him just get 4-staff and skip the Midas entirely. So actually all three ways, I should say.
Here comes the smoke. It's gonna get revealed though. I think it got revealed, but F5 is still in smoke.
And he'll make his way up the cliff, but Lanham's waiting on the high ground. There's their disruption. They'll follow this up with an arrow. It will connect. Beautifully done by DK. And now FY just melts Mushi because he says, I'll collect that one. Thank you very much, my good sir. And now MMY on the retreat. Now they'll leap away. Super. Spending a lot of time trying to engage, but can't actually get close enough. So the ultimate, he doesn't have mana. Man, he's sitting on 39 mana.
Oh my god.
He
He's
needs
a
the
full
arcane
mana.
root so bad, man.
Yeah, he needs the arcane.
That's the other thing is I feel like he can't even rush Blink this game.
Arrow.
Another arrow that will connect. Super caught out, isolated here. Where's those evasion procs? Where's the evasion? He has the split. He's forced to use it, but he's not going to get anything for this. So Boulder Toss Mushi casually dodges it with an Astral. And that's a Panda ult baited out for basically nothing. For a creep. 2 creeps.
Bottom lane, Isocyze is playing very aggressive in front of Sylas' face. He might
level
get
8.
punished.
He's
He might get
level
punished
8.
here.
He's very tanky. They may kill him, but it's going to be a long dive to do it. And he's got Ravage, and they missed the Ice Path. Well, they're not killing him now.
Yeah, they can't. Like, he has full Kraken Shell, so they're not gonna kill him.
And this is giving space back to Bernie now. So Bernie, who had not a bad start bottom, but didn't have an easy lane to farm in. He rotates top, he gets free farm top. He's now your second most farmed hero, tied the third most farm, and OD, Mushi, already a Midas out. We're only 8 minutes in, and it's not a rushed Midas. He started an old Talisman, he got his bottle and boots, and now he goes into the Midas. So you look at DK, the pressure is there for Vici Gaming. Sure, they've got a strong pick-off lineup, strong mid-game team fight, but they have to be worried about giving away this much farm to such strong late-game heroes.
Yeah, I think the late game, if the OD gets a lot of farm, Mothling is very weak against OD.
And the initiation is just going to be slow to come out for Vici. ROTK's Blink is a long way off. Super's Blink is a long way off. And even once they get them, DK have good counter initiation. They have the Astral Imprisonment, Disruption, and tanky heroes in the form of Tidehunter and Luna. Ravage will fly bottom lane to Ice. Throw that one out a bit casually. There's a waveform available here if Sylar wants to keep on chasing. And he's thinking about it. He dives forward. That's a nice Ice Path. Quickly dealt with by the Kraken Shell. And actually, he's not taking physical damage.
I don't think it connected actually in the Ice Path, did it?
It looked like it did.
I think it didn't connect.
Okay, it was covering his hero, but visually.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe it's just a weird visual
confused.
glitch.
Top lane.
Double TP, and oh, not online though. No Blink Dagger on the bat, so it feels like wasted time. Maybe they can find Lanham. Nah, can't even get that. They force out multiple TPs, they get nothing in return. And this delays their Blink progression. They're gonna miss some stacks in the jungle now that they could otherwise be getting, and DK are just outmaneuvering Vici. They've got Eclipse as well. If Vici dive this could go very poorly.
Yeah, just look at the CS. Luna has pulled ahead of the Mothling already.
They will try and go on Burning, but there's a disruption waiting on the backside. And they don't want to commit to him. They know that's a mistake.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures
Just
are
want to take the
fortified.
tower here. It's gonna be a difficult task as well.
They
Where's
know the
Tidehunter?
Ravage is down, I guess is the main
Oh
thing.
yeah, they know Ravage is down and Tide doesn't have a TP ready. 30 seconds. Yeah, they got this.
Good timing by Vici, and they needed
Dire's
something along
top
those
tower
lines.
is under attack.
Well,
Radiant's
was it
bottom
worth it
tower
for
is under
Ice to use the
attack.
Ravage there just to save himself, you think?
Dire's top tower has
He's a hype, like you give away of experience because you are so high level. So I wouldn't say it wasn't worth it either to save your own life.
Yeah, that's a good point. Lanham finds the disruption. Arrows coming through from Momoyada. Will connect. No! It actually hits a creep, it looks like. Won't come through in the end. I thought that was going to hit.
Yeah, same. Maybe the creep just got near enough that, yeah, I'm not really sure though. I thought it looked like it was gonna hit.
Well, we're going to see Astral Imprison more Horus mid lane now. FY stolen that. So he'll be a nuisance to Mushi in this lane. Hey, it's kind of like a free Blink Dagger for the bat. You just Astral somebody and then he walks up and lassos them. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's very helpful to save your team as well. Whoever gets like a disrupt arrow, then you just Astral the guy.
Yeah, baby. I'm still worried for Vici though. Just how far these blinks have been delayed is they maybe the Panda's blink gets delayed, but they only now get the blink on bat. And to me, this first blink to gank from RTK is absolutely crucial. They need to start finding pickoffs. I don't think it has to be a core hero, even if it's just a support, but they've got to start putting a little pressure on DK, who are enjoying a lot of free farm on a very strong late game lineup. In fact, Bernie went Midas, so it's double Midas on these two hard carries. That is not something you want to sit back and let happen.
Wow. Yeah, she's still. Yeah, they are very confident that Vici is far behind the early game to pose any significant threat towards them, so they can take it slow.
DK or the ancient stacks have not really come out much for the Tidehunter. It's something, or the Luna, two heroes that can take advantage, but you can see they are stacking their jungle. So
Yeah, just look at their jungle. Oh my god, so much farm.
delicious buckets of gold. Mmm,
Yummy.
yummy.
The Luna is like not. He's not strong enough yet to like play quick enough. Oh, middle lane. Mushi gets less.
Mushi gets splatted, basically.
Dire's middle tower
Turned
is
into
under
mincemeat.
attack.
That's an important kill, though. Midas was cooling down at the very least, but now they take the tower.
They need this really badly. Otherwise, they'll be really far behind.
We're actually going to see Ice 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 rush a mech first, but this does mean that, well, their only real initiation is an arrow. Otherwise, he's walking into Ravage, which can be easily dealt with by Vici.
He's the tanker right now. Just look at him. It's like he's really hard to kill for them after he gets the mech.
The siege continues in earnest. They'll pull Lana back in, but FY, not ready to
Radiant's
commit to that
top
fully.
tower is under attack.
He could do the lift astral combo if they really want a long setup. But they do get their Panda Blink now. So 13 minutes in, considering the lane, it's still a good timing for Super. It's late by normal standards, but what do you expect against OD? It's just hard to get it faster.
Yeah, I think it's still decent for him to get it at that time. Like he's under a lot of pressure and his team managed to take 2 towers, so still very decent timing for him. And his ultimate is still up, so this is still a good time for them to take a fight with the blink and the ultimate.
And they have another smoke as well. They're going to go for a secondary smoke. They'll reveal the second blink in doing so. And in the meantime, DK make a move of their own. They head bottom. They want to find Sylar, and with the Disruption Arrow combo, it's probably enough to burst him down. They'll get it from the high ground. Ravage is available as well. They'll let the arrow fly. That connects on Sylar. Then the Eclipse is thrown out. And Burning secures the kill. Meanwhile, though, they have found the OD. Mushi will be the trade here. Caught by an Ice Pad. Caught by the Panda Ultimate and quickly dealt with. A 1-for-1 exchange. But that's where you look at DK and say, well, it's okay. They have 2 carries. Vici only have 1.
I have more carries than you. I can trade.
It's the 2009 it's the eHome strat, the 2010 eHome strat.
Triple call.
Yeah, just have so many carries that you count on 1 carry or 2 dying, but you always have the 3rd or the 2nd in this case too.
Insurance policy.
Yes. Your insurance policy has an insurance policy. That's the strategy. Disrupt it, arrow, let it loose, and ROTK. He's just blown up bottom lane.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is
Well,
under
This is looking bad.
Dire's
Oh my
middle
god.
tower is under
They're
attack.
gonna try and defend the middle tier too.
they do have this Jakiro with max liquid fire, and that's where they can maybe trade effectively. Mid tower taking a lot of chip damage, but it's not enough to bring it down. It's just a siege for now.
But still, it's good like for them to be able to defend the tower. They got a tier 1 at bottom for free, plus the Bat Rider.
And the other thing is they're running double Midas, so if you're just trading, you're coming out on top. That's
Yeah, for sure.
And you look at creep score, they're way ahead there, and as a result, we see DK. It's not a huge lead yet, but they're up 3k gold, they're up 2k experience, and Vici Gaming to me, this is the stronger mid game lineup. They're the lineup that should be getting more done right now, and for it to be even or slightly DK favored is a problem for them.
Yeah, and now it's like 2 towers apiece, and here comes the bat.
But this time they have Disruption. They've got Lanham waiting here. They'll protect Mushi as long as possible. Soul Catcher is available. Super, though. Actually, he doesn't even have his ultimate. They still find the kill, now looking for the Luna. Can they steal
Fight
anything?
is coming.
Ice Ice Ice, though, doesn't have a blink. He's got to walk his way into the fight. And while he's busy trying to do that, Fiji Gaming just walk away. So it's a pretty good retreat by them in the end. They get a nice kill. Once again, Mushi falling. He's still keeping his item progression, though. He's still the most farmed hero on the map. He's still got the
Yeah.
4 staff.
They're
They
gonna
can
lose
kill
the
him,
tower.
but they need to do... I feel like they just have to kill him constantly to keep him down.
Yeah, they're gonna get this tower, I think, as well. Liquid fire and right clicks.
Oh, the Disruption was already queued up by Lanham. I think he was going for the Disruption and arrow as Lanham was... Or as, he was sitting right back there, the Panda, but hey, gets off the ultimate. They'll take the tier 2 on the back of this. And meanwhile, Bat just try to zone them out. Boulder Toss comes forth, and they'll take a tier 2 with the Panda ultimate. They will retreat. Vici.
Oh
not
no,
bad
the
trades.
stack. The bat is stealing the stack. No.
Mushi, he's got 4 staff. Oh no, already used it. Can he Gastral? Too late.
I think he got some of it.
Yeah. And you know, he forces DK all into their jungle, I suppose. This is just going to get so much harder for Vici once Ice 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 has Blink. I feel like that's even more important than the Lunar OD getting farm. Because once he has Blink, they can't feel so confident about just 5-manning down mid and grouping up like that.
Yeah, because you are talking about they don't have anything to initiate apart from like the disruption. The Ravage, you are just relying on walking in for the Ravage.
That was one
And
of those
then-
moments for the Shadow Demon. He was standing right here, and he was walking forward. I think he was trying to disrupt Panda for an arrow, but then right as he did that, The panda blinked in, and he just turned around and disrupted him as he landed. On the, like, behind enemy lines. And it delayed the panda split a lot. Arrow! Barely missing Fenrir there.
But they still defended. They defend the tower yet again. Like, there's still a lot more time for the Luna and the OD to farm. Luna is like one more piece of item for his BKB.
And as Mushi continues to get picked off by the lasso, Burning is getting more space. They haven't really... It's like only the lasso that's been used for these kills on cores and on the OD. We haven't seen the Panda ult used successfully to gank Burning, and it's going to get to the point soon where Burning will have BKB. So if you don't have lasso, he's just BKBing and TP now.
Yeah, talk about BKB. Morphling is getting a first item, BKB.
Sylar's been coming to fights a lot. His farm is very poor right now.
Mushi. Who is
Mushi's
gonna get
got
lasso?
backup though. There's an Eclipse and FY steals it, but it's too late. He melts to Burning. Good attempt by FY, but not enough. Meanwhile though, Burning, force staff just out of the ice pad. Now the backstab comes. Ice, lets it fly. It's a Ravage on 3. The follow-up's there as well. Super getting astraled up while they deal with RTK. They finish up the bat, and then, well, he's gonna look to retreat his way out. Super with the haster and blinks out and makes the move south, but Fenrir will get caught. He'll be the trade here on the twin-headed dragon. The Jakiro goes down, and in the end, a 3 for nil exchange. Very bad for Vici Gaming. And they're just not angling for late game Winter. Sylar's, as you mentioned, building BKB. The Batrider's not very farmed, doesn't even have his force staff at 19 minutes, which is pretty bad. The Brewmaster, just the first component of Ags is available if he wants it. The late game access for Vici is okay if they get items, but they're nowhere near those items.
Yeah, they didn't do really well in the early game from the lanes. That's why they are so poor, and a lot of not very favorable exchanges. I think that fight was like, I felt that the Batrider should have got the initiation first, but yeah, Mushi was so quick with the prisonment. He prisoned the bat before the bat blinked in to lasso him, but he prisoned the bat first.
Yeah, the timing was just right there for DK. They had the Eclipse from Burning. If Burning wasn't there to back up Mushi, I think they just get the Mushi kill for free. But he had already popped Eclipse. Rubik stole it, but couldn't get out in the nick of time. Didn't have a force staff to retreat or anything like that. So, yeah, just a better executed fight by DK. And having the tier 2 up top makes that a risky play from Vici as well.
Yeah, but like you said, they have the lineup to get more stuff done. So they are in the pressure that they need to get stuff done. And they took a risk. Smoke right into the jungle and try to get a pick off.
And unfortunately, DK are just one step ahead of them. And with a win here, DK would knock Vici Gaming into the lower bracket, and Vici would just be in a more difficult position in the CDEC New Star tournament. Still able to qualify for the grand finals. It is double elimination, but not the way you want it to go. You want to calmly stroll through the winner bracket. A win here for DK puts them on the other side of the coin. They'll be in the winner bracket finals. Guaranteed top 3 finish. Not that would surprise anyone, but it's getting close.
Yeah, meanwhile, Tide is Batrider's gonna go in. He's gonna look for somebody.
He does find Burning with the lasso. Has the BKB. They have to kill him quickly, but with the disruption here, it won't happen. Now Burning can pop his BKB and try to turn the fight. Focus on the pandas a bit. And, well, he's slowly right-clicking them down. He has the Eclipse available now if he wants to throw it out. They haven't done so yet. They're trying to kill off the pandas. Will there be a blink away in time? The Courier starting to take some bouncing glaive damage. They want to stay on top of this Earth Panda, but Super able to blink to the left. Will make us retreat. The rest of Vici Gaming also running for their lives. Arrow off the mark on FY. Now he blinks south. And it looks like RTK may be the one who gets caught here. He has been, gosh, does force staff and then blink away. Vici Gaming, though, they popped a Panda ult. They get a tier 1, and they just have to run. They can't fight against DK.
Yeah, they are too far behind in items. Now Tide has his dagger, so that's your initiation for DK.
And it's gotten to the point where Mushi's picked up treads. I think Ultimate Orb on the Courier. No. Okay, no, he's not that farm yet. But Burning's got BKB now. So now the next items for DK are the offensive items. And Vici Gaming are in the awkward position of trying to contest Roche without the Brewmaster ult. This will be a very difficult engagement.
You say he's not that farm. Just look at the base. There's items on the ground.
Oh, are there? Okay. Okay, he's got his... I was gonna say, like, he seems a little bit... Like, I'm looking at his net worth, only 7,400. Mushi's trying to mess with the spectators.
Do they count the stuff on the ground?
If they're on the stash, they don't count. And on the ground, they don't count. If they're in the stash, they do, though.
But we can't really tell whose items are these, right? Oh, yeah, it's definitely Mushi's. No one
They're
has
definitely
blink.
Mushi's.
Yeah.
But yeah, technically you can't tell for sure.
Yeah, he's actually like only 700 away from the BKB.
And that's where Vici Gaming have no physical damage. Morphline's gone BKB. They have no other right click.
Dire's
They
top
said
Fenrir.
nothing.
is under attack.
Fenrir, he's gonna get caught out.
He wanted to be a hero, and he's going to be a feeder instead. Fenrir caught out and easily dealt with. It's
Just trying to get the D-bot.
It feels like Vici Gaming are getting a bit desperate. They know the Roche attempt is coming from DK, and it's hard to fight into the pit, but they at least want to know if it's coming.
Oh, burning. It's cornered.
Can they even kill him here? Batrider's going to come in. He will lasso Burning, then pulls him back into a clap. However, the BKB is available. He's got Eclipse ready. He BKBs just as the boulder toss comes through. It's too late. It's too late for Vici. Ice is no mana, though. He wanders into the fight, but can't actually use a Ravage. So he's just zoning them out, intimidating more than he is actually threatening. Vici continue to retreat. They'll Cyclone up the Tidehunter, and now the Panda trying to make his run, but he won't escape this time. Super claps on everyone, but then dies. Another ineffective Panda ultimate, and their kill potential on this Luna with a BKB is just so low without a farm Morphling.
Yeah, agreed. They have mostly spell damage on it now. And without the Morphing's items, they
Dire's bottom tower
BKB
is
and you
under
can't kill
attack.
anything.
DK just did such a good job of adjusting their lanes. Moving the Luna top, and after the tri-lane kind of fell apart, they salvaged it. They didn't continue to give up kills and completely lose the lane, and then they just made the rotations. They got the turnaround kill. They then rotated the Luna top. She got a lot of farm. Tidehunter came bottom, but he's already very high level on Ice, and just the way they adjusted their lanes was just too much for Vici to deal with.
Yeah, the rotations were better. And especially the kill on the Panda at the start of the game as well. And maybe it wasn't a Panda, but they smoked and they got a kill. And the Luna got ahead of CS against the compared to the Morphling as well, after switching to the safe lane.
And now, what do? You can't lasso both of these heroes. Even if Morphling could shotgun one, he can't shotgun both. And frankly, I'm talking about a Morphling shotgun. He doesn't even have his Ghost Scepter yet, so it's still a long way off. But strategically, Vici Gaming just starts such an awful position against DK. Is there anything they can do to come back here, Winter? Anything that we haven't discussed that's an option for them?
Just rely on the better initiations. Pick off with the Batrider, I suppose. That's their best
pretty
bet.
much it.
Yeah.
That's where DK's lineup just matches up well. They have so much defensive capability. I Tidehunter, who's tanky, the double BKB carries, and Disruption and Astral. And even the Morana at least has leap. So everybody's got an answer for that gank, I feel.
Okay, this middle fight, I think we'll decide if they are going to be able to come back.
Is under attack.
Well, they started off with a Gush on FY. He gets Gushed immediately. FY will happily take that back. Just anything he can get his hands on now. Arrow comes through. Doesn't quite connect, but just threatens and bullies Vici off the lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under
There's actually one more thing. If FI can steal a lot of spells, that's another way of coming back into the game.
He does have a Blink. It's pretty timely. Could maybe steal a Ravage here. That's the main thing he could be looking at.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Morphin gets a tier 2 with a double damage.
Well, you don't want to risk a Ravage on this one, do you?
Oh no, he has a BKB though, so yeah, if he sees the Ravage coming.
Not to mention he had a Replicate out, so it's like, Ice is like, I'm just gonna scare you. I don't want to waste my Ravage here.
He's very good at intimidating people, I would say.
He's a scary guy, Winter.
Scammer.
No, I said scary guy, not scammer. But DK are feeling confident now, and they've got a medallion up. So they'll look towards the Roshan, they'll look towards... At Aegis,
Dire's
probably
top
we'll see
tower
it...
is under attack.
Well, it could go either way. It could go Mushi, could go Burning. We'll see what they want to do here.
I think they'll probably just give it to Burning. Mushi's a lot more survivable with the imprisonment and the force stuff.
And it looks like Vici may want to contest. They're going to scout the pit out a bit with the Flame Break. Won't fully commit.
He doesn't have
Dire's
Firefly.
top tower has fallen.
8 seconds. It's too late.
And now they've gone in with a Blink Disruption. Is there any follow-up? Arrow coming through? Won't quite find the opening on Super. Now, though, they do purge him, and Ice will follow up. He's got to ultimate it here if he wants to live, and he will do so. Goes up the Boulder Toss. The Gush stolen is there on Ice, but he gets Astral defensively, and now can come out. Can Ravage if he needs to, if anybody else comes in close. You can just see FY sitting back, waiting for those openings. But with Moonlight Shadow deployed, well, they'll all make it out safely. And now they try and kill Super. They'll arrow right as the split's about to end.
Wow.
Perfectly timed by Momoya.
Dire's
Excellent play. And now Fenrir Also gonna go down top to an Eclipse, it looks like. What a play by Momoya. He's got that timer in his head, jeez.
Yeah, he's very good at his timing of the arrows. It's always very accurate. One of the best marksmen, I have to say.
It's not so easy with Panda as well. I mean, the
Yeah.
split duration is different each level, and it varies as well with the Aghanim.
You can actually click on the Earth Spirit, any one of the pandas to check on the duration.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's how he did it.
Yeah, mostly there's a lot of things like in Dota 2, like the timing stuff. You actually get an indicator when it's running out, like
That's
the
true.
prison.
Like with like Dragon Form on Dragon.
Yeah,
Island, these
the
types of
disruption
things.
and the prison, and there's actually a visual indicator.
Yeah, the
telling you that
imprisonment's
it's-
easy. You've got the orange circle that spreads outwards, and once it hits the outside,
the
it's
circle.
done.
Yeah, the circle, and the disruption is like you can either listen to it or there's actually a visual effect for it as well.
Yeah. I feel like that one's easy just because there's so many Shadow Demon combos, but we'll hold that thought as RTK gets caught out mid. He gets disrupted. They don't really engage onto him. It seems like Vici may want to fight, although they're not very strong right now against this Aegis. And they'll think better of it.
Morphing has caught up to the Luna though, I must say. He is like 149 last hits now, Luna's 158. Yeah, so he managed to catch up.
The problem is,
Significantly.
it's not just a Luna to worry about. It's an OD as well. And
Oh
only
no,
forward.
FY.
There's an arrow. This one is slightly
Oh.
mistimed, but very difficult to connect.
No,
on
he
that.
got the blink off like because Shadow Demon didn't drop poison during
Yeah.
the disruption.
Radiant's middle tower.
And
has
the arrow is just a split second late there to hit him as he comes out of disruption.
But they're still gonna mount a very serious push here towards the high ground.
The Axe is up on the Panda. It's a little bit stronger team fight for Vici.
Radiant's middle
But these
tower
Panda ults have just felt ineffective. Let's see if they can do better this time. They do isolate Birdie, but remember, he's the Aegis carrier, so even if they kill him once, they gotta kill him a second time. Panda ult being used on the Mirana on the backside of the fight, and she will be cleaned up by the BKB. Morphly now, they'll lose the Luna as well. Luna coming back, but with no BKB and no Eclipse. This could be a very bad engagement. Ice Slice though lets a Ravage fly, and FY, he's stolen it. He can go back in. He's gonna turn the fight around. FY once again, maybe the savior here for Vici. They brought down 3. He will trade away his own life, but well worth it in the end. Mushi getting cleaned up. That's a 4 for nil. Not 4 for
my
nil, but
God.
4 for 2 exchange, and they picked off the Aegis.
They got the gem as well. They got the gem from Mamaya.
I feel like they just should have waited. Wait for Eclipse to cool down, and just save your BKB for after the Aegis.
I think that it was also because of the Rubik getting ravaged. That's why they were overpowered. Like that was also the other reason. Like the initiation was really good. Our TK lassoed the Luna, but after Shadow Demon disrupted the Luna to create illusions to push in, he lassoed him in, and the Brewmaster blinked behind, clap, and he used his Boulder Toss on the Shadow Demon, and he disrupted the back line. And Tide took a while before he came in to actually drop his Ravage, and he got stolen.
Yeah, it's very hard against the Rubik with a Blink Dagger not to get it stolen though. If he
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
have Blink,
difficult.
it's easy, but when he does, it's quite difficult.
It's even easier to get stolen if you're under the pressure to go in. Like for example, that situation caused the carry got lassoed into the high ground.
Yeah, I still feel like if they just waited for Luna Eclipse though, it's a different fight. It's much riskier for Vici to dive like that.
They were just confident, I guess, LD, because you have Aegis, you have a lead. Yeah, you just tend to like overlook things and think you're a lot stronger. But I think like the morphling is caught up in farm significantly at this point of time.
Well, 71 is probably yelling at them right now, Winter. That's for sure.
True.
He's a very tough boss, man. I haven't heard him. I've yet to hear him say that he's happy with the team. He's always unhappy with something.
Have you heard what happened to them recently?
He took away the phones, yeah.
Yeah, I told you they don't get to use their phones.
I think they actually get to use them for an hour a day, apparently, but they can't like have them with them all day. Yeah, they don't get to constantly be texting their girlfriends and distracted when they should be training.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think it's if the players really, it's probably what the players want though. Ultimately, look at TI. Like it's worth taking a month off from your family a little bit if needed, and then after TI you can have a very long holiday, spend some time with your loved ones and celebrate if you've won, which obviously is the goal for DK.
Let's go for a long holiday.
Yeah, I don't know if Vici Gaming's lost their phones though. Let me tell you, Mushi's a phone addict. When he was here during the summit, he was begging me for the Wi-Fi password constantly. Like he was fiending. He needed to be able to play his online games.
Because they can't like use their stuff in China. That's why when he gets to your place. It's like
But
freedom.
Twitter, Facebook, this type of stuff.
Yeah, you can't use it in China.
I can't blame Mushi. He's got a really popular Facebook page as well.
Yeah. But at this point of time, I still think they are still in a good position to actually finish the game off. But it's gonna take a while though, since it's gonna be Morphing's gonna be split pushing a lot now. He's a lot stronger compared to like 5-10 minutes ago. And if you're DK, you need to always be constantly going back. Like you don't have only the Luna can push lanes really quickly. Only doesn't push that quickly yet. So I think the game's gonna go on for a while after that last team fight.
I mean, the thing is, I think DK can let it go on for a while. I wouldn't say they're way stronger late game, but they're late. If it goes late enough, Luna just shreds the Brewmaster split. Like it stops being effective late game, and as long as you have 2 farm carries, the lasso can't win you a fight. It's where FY will, even if this goes late, it's still pressure on FY to steal Ravage and win the fight. Later on, Tide will have Refresher. He's actually very close to it right now. Just picked up his recipe, and on top of that, Mushi just got his Hex. He can still get bigger. Build a Shivas, build a Refresher, have the double BKB, double Hex, double Hammer, and the ultimate late game in some ways for the OD.
Double Hammer, double Justice.
Yeah, it's 1 hammer for each fist for Mushi.
Yeah, but I still feel like in the late game, the Bat Rider can still win his team a fight, especially when they're defending the high ground. So DK still has to take things really cautiously when they push into the high ground.
Yeah, they do have the better initiation, and I don't think that will ever change. DK will always have to be. That's the beauty of the Bat pick, is no matter how the game develops early, if you have Bat late, you have the better initiation. Like 99 times out of 100, I would say. But you've got to make it work for you.
As long as they don't fall too far behind. At the moment, Morphling is decent, like with his items. Hopefully he can finish up 1 more item before the push, then he'll be really strong. I think he can take down the Luna or the OD if they get Lasso into a bad position, and Shadow Demon cannot save them. But as for now, Shadow Demon has 4 Staff and Blink, so he has really good mobility to just focus on getting the Lasso target top lane.
Ravage just deployed top lane, but they didn't get off the Lucent Beam. That's a blown Ravage just to attempt to kill on a Bat Rider, and it fails. And immediately, Vici say, we're going bottom now. We know Ravage is cooling down. We want to make our play here. We don't have a lasso ready, but FY can blink it and start off. He lifts Mushi instantly. Then the clap comes through. He will pop BKB, arrow flying forth. The Panda Split will dodge it. Then they'll Astral up the Shadow Demon, who may be in a trouble of his own. Ice Path will prevent him from getting out of this one. He gets shotgunned down, and they lose the Shadow Demon. That was DK. As soon as they whiffed that Ravage, they needed to back. I mean, you could question using the Ravage there, but sticking around was also quite
they wanted to get the gem from RTK, but RTK has a haste now, and Lasso is up. This is very dangerous. Shadow Demon, their main like bodyguard, is down. The Lasso is gonna kill anyone he finds.
And he's going deep. How deep? Ice Blink in. He's willing to sacrifice himself a bit here if it means slowing down this push. Arrow only clipping an illusion though, and still no engagement. He continues to walk forward, doesn't actually have the Refresher delivered yet. Burning will join the fight as well, and they go in on Burning. He gets lassoed up, he does get defensive Astral though. Mushi, the secondary bodyguard for Burning. Now Poppy has BKB, trying to turn the fight, but the Morphling just destroys the OD. Mushi will fall, and the chase is on. Now Jakiro burning down the tower, Disruption will come through. Lanham rejoins the fight, Arrow will connect as well. They can purge Sylar and focus him. Throwing everything at the Morphling now to try and finish him off. He will wave out. He gets healed up now by the Urn Charge, and Vici beat their retreat. Everybody running out as a squad, but the chase continues. I don't know if they let this one end just yet. Lanham, Blinky Ford has the Disruption. They'll find the Twin-Headed Dragon. Jakiro will be the trade. Fenrir going to go down, and, well, that'll be that in the end. So, still a pretty decent fight. They force out the OD buyback.
Yeah, they need to get the Roshan to compensate the OD's buyback.
The nice thing though is DK do have a second bodyguard. You know, they have Disruption, they also have Astral, and we saw the power there of the combo.
Yeah, it's so annoying, man. The lasso, like you get the lasso off, then there's always the Prism and the Disruption and all those stuff to protect. It's not an easy game for the Bat Rider to get the perfect initiation off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
DK do get Aegis though, so I'd say in the end, worth it for them. They lose a tier 3, but getting an Aegis at this stage of the game, if you win a big team fight, you're taking probably a full lane of Rax, not just a tier 3. So a worthy trade for DK, and well, the key for them is to use this Aegis effectively. And that's where the Batrider can throw a wrench into their plans. He's got quite a few good initiations this game, RTK, and if he finds another good one, it could really turn the fight. Now also has a BKB to go with the 4-staff Blink as well.
Yeah, I think he needs to at least win his team, and like one team fight wouldn't be enough now. They need to win 2 in a row. Then they'll have a chance to push the high ground maybe. Like their next initiation will probably come when DK is comfortable to push with the Aegis. Now Burning has Satanic, but he doesn't have enough for buyback, so they'll probably just farm a buyback on the Luna before they push.
The issue also is there's double Ravage. So they have multiple insurance policies. They have the Aegis, they have the double Ravage. Burning has Satanic now, so he's basically got 2 lives in the team fights, and thus DK can make mistakes and still win fights. Whereas I feel like Vici Gaming cannot make any mistakes.
I wouldn't count on the double Ravage, not very reliable since he doesn't have enough mana pool yet. Unless the Essence Aura procs when he's doing his combo.
Are you sure? So he's got the double Arcane Boots. It's 750.
Yeah, and he need like unless he's full mana. If he needs to pop his mech, and if you count the mech,
with the mech as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in a lot of cases it's just worth not using the mech though to get off a double Ravage.
Yeah, just get your double Ravage. Usually it's like it's very effective if you have like a Shiva, something that boosts your intelligence.
Yes. He technically has enough, but like you're pointing out, he's got to give something else up if he wants to use it.
Yeah, I think he can't even use his Gush. Like 325, 325 is 650. Refresher is 370. Yeah, it's like just basically double Ravage plus the Refresher mana cost now. He can't even use Anchor Smash. Actually, he can because of the mana boots. Yeah, he can.
He'll probably have his stick charges in the team fight as well, so he'll have a little bit extra mana, but it's not a ton.
Yeah, I think it's just the Gush. He can't use the Gush. That's it.
Vici Gaming are smoked now. They'll make their move up the river, the high ground. They're a little nervous about this maneuver, and you can't blame them given.
DD, where's the mothing?
But DK have eyes on this one, and they're also smoked. They're moving through their own jungle.
He completed his butterfly, so Morphling is all in this fight. He has butterfly, he has DD. Okay, this is gonna be super interesting.
I don't know if DK saw this one actually. They had an observer ward up, but they didn't actually react to that DD rune.
Oh, they want to swing from behind maybe?
Vici Gaming, this is risky to pick a fight, but they may feel forced to do it. Once Burning gets the high ground with the Manta and the Disruption Illusions, it becomes very hard to stop this engagement, and they will disrupt now. They use the Disruption offensively. That does mean they won't have it for the defense.
Jakiro's pushing bottom. He has Liquid Fire to damage the Rex though. He can actually deal a lot of damage here.
He's going for the melee over the range, which is not permanent damage. But at one Liquid Fire, and DK say, you know what? No reason to risk this one.
This is so interesting. Both the supports have Dagger and 4-staff, the Jakiro and the Shadow Demon.
Fenrir playing the Shakira right now, it's reminding me a lot of how AUI 2000 plays his Visage. Just, you know, he's just spreading the map and creating space for his team to stall the game, because they're just not ready to fight right now.
Yeah, it's like if you're a Shaman, you just blink to a lane, you don't come back and defend, you just hope for your team. You just pray your team defends the push, and you just break something, you deal some damage at the enemy base.
RTK finds the top rune, actually going the way of Sylar, but he'll scout things out, he'll blink forward, and scouts a bit with the sticky napalm here. DK? Well, still sitting on the Aegis, though, not for too much longer. Got a couple minutes to go on it, but not wanting to rush things and feeling they still have a lot of room to grow.
Oh, I think they saw RTK.
But RTK, his spidey senses are tingling here, and he'll make a quick retreat. Actually, he's gonna get slowed down. Is the creep gonna kill him off? There's an observer ward. I think it's too far.
He just barely made it out. If he would have actually saw the observer ward there and tried to deward, he might be in trouble.
Well, Winter, it's a close game, 41 minutes in. It's only an 8k gold lead for DK, a 10k experience lead. They lead, they've got the better late game carries, Vici with the better initiation, and the potentially much better team fight if they steal the Ravage. Otherwise, it's probably pretty even. It's a close enough game that it will come down to execution as much as anything else.
Yeah, I agree. I think execution is the key word here. And Rubik is building into the Scepter as well. That will actually make Vici's team fight very, very scary. You can steal a lot of, like, everything you can steal is very good. Even the arrow from the Mirana. Eclipse as Ravage, that's the Hammer of Justice, or the Punisher's Hammer. And even if you steal Disruption, it's really good.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, with the Ags, there's some upgraded ultimates available for him.
Oh yeah, true. Almost forget about that.
Don't forget about the upgraded Sanity's Eclipse.
That's the most scary one of all.
Yeah. You remember, they used to be the fun pub build, was just stacking like Ag Scepters and just pure mana items.
Bottom lane, are they gonna try and go in?
Oh, he's got Satanic and BKB here. This will not be an easy kill on Burning. They do manage to Ice Path him, and then Morphlane's wave into the trees, replicating out to the mid lane. He was forced to BKB, though.
Yeah, you were saying about the pub build.
Just, yeah, get the Aghanim Scepter, and then just... I remember just people stacking Ag Scepter, or just getting, like, pure mana items at that point, and just going for the highest possible damage ultimate, but...
Stone.
Yeah, it was the pub build. It was not a very good competitive build.
Middle lane.
No split push for
Radiant's
Defender
bottom
anymore.
tower is
He
under
just gets
attack.
melted by Mushi.
Yeah, too busy with the pub build.
Trying to be cute with his Jakiro, but being cute in the side lane is one thing. Being cute mid at the river is a very risky place to be cute.
Does he have buyback? Oh no, he doesn't have buyback. It's like
Radiant's bottom
50 goes,
tower
60
has
goes shot.
fallen.
They'll TP out on the bat. They're going to be forced to defend here without one of their big team fight heroes in the Jakiro.
Yeah,
Burning.
this is dangerous for them.
They're sieging both lanes at once. They're going to spread the map a bit. There's no glyph available. They'll send illusions in on the bottom lane, but the key point of attack will be mid, where they go in with the BKB on super. He immediately pops it. He doesn't want to pop his Primal Split just yet. He does force out Burning's BKB. A BKB for BKB trade.
He's buying time. Like the Jakira is almost out now. 10 seconds. Yeah, they bought enough time, but he had to blow his BKB. That's about it.
Towers in deny range. They'll disrupt the enemy replicate, and then try and use these to kill off the tower. They'll focus it. No deny forthcoming. And still, reluctance from Vici Gaming to go in. They're sitting back. They're waiting for the opening. No, just kidding. RTK, no fear. He'll jump in on Mushi. Ravage comes through, though. Tries to catch these backline heroes. Mushi's low. The BKB is not enough. He will end up going down. That means no OD for this fight. Ice sitting on a secondary Ravage, but not wanting to use it just yet. He comes up to the high ground. He's ready to jump back into the fight, and he will let it fly. Isolating FY. No Ravage steal for you, sir. And now it's up to Burning to try and focus down the Panda split. Super drop slow. Still Burning. Cyclone in the air. They ignore him for the time being. He's healthy. He's got Satanic, but he's just not able to do anything in this fight. And Ice has to retreat. Burning never used Eclipse. He's not going to get it off. They're going to lose 3. The Age is gone as well. And Vici Gaming, once again, defend the high ground. My goodness.
Their team fight execution was so good there. Like the Rubik didn't get to imagine the Rubik actually didn't do anything in that fight. He got just blown up, but they still won the fight with the split, with the lasso, and basically the area of damage from the Jakiro, AoE damage.
Let's check the buybacks now. It's going to come down to this for DK. They have buyback on OD. They're not showing that yet. They buyback on Luna, Shadow Demon. They don't want to use everything if they don't need to, and it looks like
Oh, lasso is up.
Vici Gaming are going to force all the buybacks.
This is dangerous. Lasso is up.
Yeah, if they catch up Burning here, that's potentially GG with no buyback available.
It's a bit risky though, going up now. OD is almost out. And they don't have the split yet. 17 seconds. They're still gonna go.
Siler starts sieging. He'll clean up these illusions mid, and he'll begin working on the tower. Ice leaps forward. He doesn't actually have a Ravage. Both cooling down for 70 seconds, and that means DK don't really have team fight. Lasso's ready, as you mentioned. Panda Split's ready. They've got no Ravages. But I don't know if Vici Gaming have thought this through. They seem scared. They're going to blink out. Ice sleeps in, then they're like, oh wait, we can just lift you and try and focus you down. The Panda Split's deployed to the backside. That drives Burning out. He'll try and focus these illusions. Well, the Brulings, I should say, and he's dealing with them quickly. He may die in the split here. This will be a big kill. Mushi, Ashling, another. They're trying to clean everybody up, and they'll find the Panda. The arrow splashes through. It's a bit off the timing, so Sylar makes his retreat. And in the end, Vici Gaming are forced back even without a single Ravage available.
Oh no, our DK might actually get in trouble here. There's a purge. Oh no, there's no purge on the Shadow Demon. Only Blink Disrupt.
Yeah, already used it a bit early in the fight, it looks like, and as a result, well, it's DK's turn to defend. That really looked like a good opening from Vici, though. Did they ever use Lasso in the fight? I don't think they did.
No, they didn't get a chance, but the main thing was they didn't have split ready at the start of the fight, so they had to like back off before using the split. But it's gonna be, I think it's the third Roshan. Aegis Cheese. Is this the third Roshan? I think so.
Yeah, it'll be
Aegis
Aegis
Cheese.
Cheese. DK will snag that, and 46 minutes in, they basically get a bailout, losing a team fight and then potentially losing the game if Burning dies there after buying back. But he, in the end, gets an Aegis now, and well, the Cheese probably going the way of Mushi here. Shiva's picked up. It's getting close to that point where DK don't have to rely on Tide. Very soon, the next item will be a Refresher for Mushi, and once he has Refresher, he can be the initiator, and Ice can just sit back and wait for the
middle lane, LD middle lane.
He goes in, the Ravage will be let loose, that's going to connect on two. FY scythed up, he'll be dealt with, there's another Ravage available, they don't even need it, they'll just right-click down RTK, triple kill to Mushi, and now DK can storm down mid, and the tides have turned in a major way.
I think this is finally their best opening. But Morphling can do some split pushing at top though to force some TPs back.
It's not the lane you want to split push though, you'd love to be bottom lane right now.
Yeah, too bad. But he still needs to go top, like, he doesn't really have much choice.
They force out a double buyback, that's about as good as you're going to get if you're DK.
Yeah, and I don't think DK is comfortable pushing now with 2 lanes near the base. They're just probably going to take care of the lanes, find another opportunity to go, and wait for the ultimate of OD to come back off cooldown.
These disruption illusions are just so... Shadow Demon is just so nice this game. Vici Gaming going into the Morphling after seeing the Luna, and, well, now you've just got 2 carries to choose from to ruin with disruption. Either ruin the Morphling or make your Luna super strong.
I still think DK is really in a good position now, although they just lost 2 fights, but I didn't expect like the fights to become so hard for them. Like Vici were executing really well the fights. They're playing very good.
I feel the main thing here is that Ice just has to be a little more patient with his Ravages. He can just sit back. Burning is they have Aegis and Cheese now, right? So Burning, he can afford to die. He's basically got 3 lives. The BKB is kind of a life. Satanic's basically a life. At least 2, counting the Aegis and Satanic, on top of his base life. So he can just go in and force out Vici Gaming spells, and then after that, Ice can wait out the BKBs and then go in for the counter initiation. He's been trying to force it a bit, but if he's just more patient, I don't see how Vici can win the fights.
I think the last one at middle lane was okay. He killed the Rubik and it was like it was not that bad, I think. But they're gonna try and fight again. He now has a Lincoln, so Rubik it's a harder time for the Rubik to steal the Ravage now. Or he can actually use the Lincolns on the Luna, so he's a difficult lasso target. Or actually Mushi.
Yeah, and that's big because he only has Cheese. They do have defensive disruption, but against the Bat Rider, it's not the easiest thing to avoid.
Oh, they need to get out. Bat Rider just teleported back to base. They're outnumbered here.
The whole team needs to get out. And they're actually pushing. At which point they may be found. They have isolated FY with the disruption to start things off. The follow-up's there for Mushi. The Purge comes through, and it'll take 1 auto attack. Along with the Purge pop to bring him down. But they have Creep Smith. They can just Rax it. Vici Gaming, what are you doing? They're not going to win this in a base race. They have to come defend. This Luna's too big. She's got Butterfly. She's got 3 the hero and 2 illusions in the base. But they're going to fight it out bottom lane. It looks like they will commit to the trade. They'll go for the melee Rax, and Burning says, great, I'm going for the throne. In the meantime, Ravage number 1 was used. The second will fly, just stalling while Burning goes for the jugular. Continues to work on the tier 4 towers. Ice. 2 Ravages down now. Sylar's chasing, but they've yet to take structural damage.
He canceled the TP. He canceled his TP.
But that's fine. Mushi's in the base, but Burning's going for the throne. Vici Gaming just feel way too slow to react to this. They almost need to die and go for trades. So the OT ultimate getting deployed at the fountain. Sylar returning, and Burning will fight it out. He's got Aegis, Satanic, BKB, Manta's cooling down. They have not actually focused the Rex, but they'll bring down Super here. And Vici Gaming, they fail to get a trade. They have not even taken a single Rex, and now they'll lose game 2. They'll lose the series. DK, in the end, just outmaneuver them. They'll take it 2-0.
Yeah, but we didn't expect the game to become so tough. They had such a good start, I have to say. They had a good start, but the Morphing was at one point so far behind, but it still came off to a really close game after that.
We can really see the potential of Vici Gaming's draft, but I think it just comes down to their laning stage was just so poor. After that first blood, they just didn't get anything done. Morphling kept on 5-manning. It took him so long to come online, and DK just had too many insurance policies. They had the dire advantage for Roshan, and they had 2 cores against only really 1 reliable ganker in the bat. It just wasn't enough.
They got 3 Roshans, right? Yeah, they took all the 3 Roshans as well.
You know, at the Summit in the LAN finals, it was every single game was won by the Radiant. And then at Dream League, in the Grand Finals, every single game was won by the Dire. And, well, we see the Dire advantage definitely paying off here for DK.
Yeah, definitely. The Roshan is like a huge part of the game. Too bad, but I still felt like during the mid-game fights, VG played really well to come back into the game. And yeah, even though they were far behind, imagine if they had a slightly better early game. Things would have been so different for them.
Yeah, I think both games, Vici Gaming's drafts were very solid. It was just their execution wasn't there. They just got out. Game 1 especially, they just got completely outplayed. In Game 2, they actually played really well, but they played really well at the wrong times. If they had done that at the beginning of the game, I think it's an easy game for them.
I wouldn't say wrong time, but they had to play well middle game, but they had to play well at more parts of the game, not only the middle part of the game. Like the early game had to go better, at least decent for them. But it actually went really bad. They lost all of the lanes, I would say.
Yeah,
but
okay. Maybe the right way to put it is just they started playing well a bit too late.
Oh yeah, okay, that's better.
We found a middle ground here that makes us both happy, Winter. That's what counts. All right, with that being said, Winter, that's going to wrap up our first best of 3 for the day. Guys, you've been watching DK versus Vici Gaming. We've got a lot more Dota action coming your way, a lot more Chinese Dota in particular. Coming up in about an hour and a half, Gods and / myself will be casting DK versus Arrow for GST. Maybe Gods won't cast that. I'm not sure. We might make you cast again if you're free, Winter. But
sure.
We'll see. And then rounding out today, in about 3.5 hours, we've got Newbie versus DT Club, another best of 3 for GST. Meanwhile, be sure to check out the WVW Winter Bracket Semifinal. That will kick off in, let's see, that'll kick off in an hour and a half. I believe Zyori will be covering that on twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 2. So basically, Chinese Dota all the time on every single channel, guys. Just keep the dial fixed on twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit and /Beyond the Summit 2. Follow Winter at WinterDota on Twitter, myself at LDDota, and most importantly, thank you for watching the CDEC New Star Cup brought to you by LGD. We'll take a break. We'll be back in an hour and a half for our next match. Stay tuned.